What's up, people? This is That Album Reviewer Guy here, adjusting the tripod. Anyway, I'm here reviewing another album. Gotta get back on schedule with this. I don't know why I keep falling behind. Probably because I'm lazy. But anyway, today we're reviewing the new and debut album from the band Starset, and the album is called Transmissions. Now, Starset just debuted as a band last year, if I'm not mistaken, actually, with their single My Demons, great song. Carnivore is another good one that they came out with last year. At least I think it was last year. Might have been this year. But My Demons has been on the charts forever, and it's been doing pretty well. And this is the first album from the band. It mainly has a space rock vibe to it, because the whole thing with the band is like they're like this group that tries to get their message out about like technology, how it would be the end of man or something like that. Their website's really weird too. It looks like some kind of government-funded organization called the Starset Society, but it's different. Gotta give that to them, it's different. But yeah, mainly a space rock vibe to the album, but it also incorporates some alternative rock, electronic rock, and symphonic rock influence as well. And another thing about this album is that it features interludes between most tracks, even though they're not really labeled as interludes. It's more like the end of a track going into the beginning of the next one, which is the interlude. It's a transition between tracks, and it really helps with the flow of the album, makes it go much more smoothly, if you will. But there are times where I feel as though the album drags because of all the interludes. I mean, the interludes can be long sometimes and just drag out, which kind of drags out the album as a whole. And also in certain spots, the transitions, they actually feel a little forced and out of place. Like they just try to get their space themes in there, but, it doesn't always fit. And that kind of leads to a hint of inconsistent flow, but that doesn't happen all too often in this album. And another thing, some of the interludes sound like pieces written for a movie soundtrack or something, because they're just epic. And a couple of tracks on this album sound a bit too similar, and some of them are just boring, disengaging. But that's not too big of an issue either, I guess. I mean, there's only one track in particular that issue is apparent in, for me, anyway. But it's a solid debut album from the band. I mean, the debut album, it's a hit or a miss most of the time. But Starset did a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job with this album. And favorites on the album, Down with the Fallen, Halo, of course Carnivore, and My Demons, I mentioned them earlier. And least favorite's Telescope. That's one of the tracks that I felt like it was disengaging. Felt a little boring to me. I mean, it just didn't click. But overall, Transmissions from Starset gets a 7.5 out of 10 from me. What did you guys think of the album? What do you want me to review next? Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, tweet, whatever people do these days. Like me on Facebook, all that jazz. That Album Reviewer Guy, signing off.